What's up, my pilots? Angry Poncho here. Welcome back to Let's Play Fallout New Vegas. In this episode, we are beginning the next expansion. We are headed to Old World Blues today. And it is going to be a hell of a thing. This is probably... No, this is. I really liked... Okay, let me finish my sentences before I move on to the next sentence. This is my favorite expansion to the game. I really like these scorpions. Oh man, if I never see a scorpion again, it'll be too soon. So, this is my favorite expansion to the game. I think that it has some of the funniest, most memorable characters. It has some of the coolest quests, some of the coolest areas. It gives you one of my favorite weapons, and it provides us a place to live eventually. That's like the best place to live as far as I'm concerned. So it's just got all these great things going for it, and it's tons of fun, and it's not too big. I feel like I can show you guys pretty much all of Old World Blues, and I'm excited about that, because I'm not going to be able to show you everything in the Mojave. I'm going to be showing you most of it, but not everything, because there's a lot there. But in Old World Blues, I have a list, actually, of all the things, and I'm going to do every single one that I can be bothered to do. So to get there, we need to come to south of Nipton. I'm sure you noticed the town hall at the beginning. And there's a satellite here projecting an eyeball. This is sort of like the image that represented Old World Blues in Oh, hello. Can I order some popcorn with this? Yeah, this is like the image that represents the expansion. It's that glimmering eye. Crashed satellite. The crashed satellite seems to be the source of the strange transmission you received. Hang on. I received a strange transmission. Wouldn't be able to hear that because I have my radio volume turned all the way down. Why don't we listen to that? We listened to Jed Masterson's introduction, so why don't we do this one as well? Mysterious broadcast. It just seems to be music. That is very mysterious, but I don't know why that would lead us to this satellite. Apparently... Thank you. Apparently this satellite is where the music is coming from. Lo and behold. You have a premonition, that you'll be unable to return to the Mojave until you solve the mysteries of the Big Empty. You will be able to take anything you can carry with you, and you will be able to return to the Big Empty anytime after completing Old World Blues. That's very convenient, actually. If you're up to the challenge and you have all you want to carry with you, examine the satellite a little closer. The atomic wonders of science await! So let me show you real quick what my loadout is, just in case you're curious. So for weapons, I'm bringing in a .45 auto pistol that I have silenced. It's a very good sneaking weapon, which will be useful in a few situations. Bringing in Chance's knife as my primary weapon, just because it's still kicking ass. I actually have this non-improved war club to repair Chance's knife. And I have the fire axe just because I said I'd give it a go, so I'm wielding that now. And then frag mines just because they're generally useful. For our armor and armaments, we have Joshua Graham's armor, which is a better DT than even reinforced leather armor, 15 as opposed to 10, and it's actually lighter too. It's like half the weight, and 1.5 times as good. It's very good stuff. On top of that, it increases our critical chance, which is really cool. It pairs well with the first recon beret we got from Boone, which gives us a +5 to critical chance. We now have a +8 critical chance. I think that's after multipliers, but it's still really good. And then, sunglasses and, some other stuff. I can actually use the leather armor to repair my Joshua Graham armor. But I think we'll find other things, because we have the jury-rigging perk, which basically means we can repair anything with any similar item. So there's all kinds of crap that you can repair Joshua's armor with. Random clothing actually will work. It's crazy. That's another good thing about it. It's so easy to repair. I have all kinds of good stuff in the healing category here. I'm not carrying around too much of this. I got 10 waters, and that's about the only thing in here that's going to weigh a whole lot. I'm still carrying some random stuff here. Oh, I didn't realize I had so many Legion Denarius. Wow, we have 24 star bottle caps. That's crazy. I don't have a whole lot of money, unfortunately. We have, and I got some ammo too. A .45 auto for that gun, and I got some microfusion cells just in case we find something that can use them. Nothing happened since the midnight showing at the Mojave. Oh, are you telling me I stood here for so long that it ended? God damn it. Alright. Well, let's just wait until it starts again, eh? Okay, it's now 12:01 p.m. Let's do it already. Yeah, I'm thirsty, what do you know? Take a closer look at the satellite. Oh, hello. What? Remember the first time I did that, I was like, am I being abducted by aliens right now? Fallout, New Vegas. Old World Blues.
In the years before the Great War, Big Mountain had been the home to the brightest minds of the 21st century.
Great news, everyone!
Scientists of vision were drawn to the facility to tackle the greatest technological challenges of the era.
Oh, smarty
They
pantses.
sought to create a new world, fueled by technology for the benefit of all mankind.
A good idea, I guess.
Sonic emitters, space-age alloys, DNA hybridization, force field particle research, autodoc advances in cranial, cardiac, and trauma surgery. The hopes and dreams of a century became realities in the electronic forges of Big Mountain.
Well, before the
The
war, that is.
nucleus of this research was the Dome. A huge stone facility that held the labs of every science known to man. It was a think tank where no problem could not be solved, where no question could not be answered.
Where does the term
The
think
Great
tank
War
come from?
brought a new energy to Big Mountain and its scientists. Although sheltered from the front lines, the scientists waged their own war, fighting their battles at the atomic level.
This is a...
Equations and calculations marched endlessly across chalkboards and computer terminals toward one solution: winning the war. For years, the minds and computers of Big Mountain were a blaze of trajectories, weapon schematics, and nuclear theories.
The background you see here is
The
actually real stuff.
problems began to outpace the solutions. First, geometrically, then exponentially.
No one actually knows what
As
that
the
means.
war escalated, so did the questions. On the night of October 23rd, 2077...
No one says
the
2077.
scientists received an answer that put all their questions to rest.
2077.
In the aftermath, Big Mountain's silent experiments went to sleep, their creators slowly dying in the new world that had been left behind. And the great stone in the middle of the Big Empty lay untouched, filled with countless technological wonders.
Right for the
Wonders that,
picking!
in the end, had been answers to the wrong question.
Oh, please. Don't get all whiny on me now. You whiny hiney. Oh boy. Well, I hope you guys are ready for a lot of dialogue, because there's a lot of dialogue at the beginning of this expansion. I wouldn't blame you if you just skipped to the next video, but I'm going to go through it all, because there's actually good reasons to do it. You feel strangely heavier. A quick inspection of your body reveals faint surgical scars around your head, chest, and back. Oh god, they took my blood! I can't even finish the sentence, it's too stupid. Welcome to the Big Empty. Hello? Oh, this is the first view that they give you, looking out through the, what would you call this? Force field window? And what is actually the final area here. Good foreshadowing, good foreshadowing. And we're on the very top of this building here. Look at that, sunset sarsaparilla! We of course have no companions with us because we're doing another expansion, so I can't just give those to Edie, unfortunately. I'll have to carry them myself. Alright, let's head downstairs. Open the door to the sink. Okay, so this is the sink, and this is the sink's sink. That'll become important later. Where we're supposed to go now is down to the think tank. I think if a strange feeling of pacifism comes over you, and you find you cannot draw your weapon for some reason. If we zoom out here, I'm actually... Oh! My butt's showing. I'm actually wearing some kind of surgical gown. I'm gonna just go ahead and take that off. Put my real armor back on.
I
I thought I heard the pacification field kick in. All right, shh. Nobody move. I'll handle this. Be warned, intruder. You are in the presence of the mighty think tank of Big Mountain. The collective geniuses of... We...
Ah.
By Oppenheimer, which one of you self-professed geniuses has been adjusting my volume knob? Who was it? Was it you, 8? Oh, Dr. O, was it? Likely story. O couldn't spark 2 neurons if they were in a lattice of biomed gel.
Ooh, burn.
What? Me? Breaking news, Klein. It wasn't me, all right? I'm the robotical engineer. 8 is sound waves. That's his specialty. You always do this. You always demean me in front of guests. And it's not O, all right? It's...
Enough! Either of you do it again, it'll be the last time. Now... Great. Now I forgot what I was saying. What was I talking about?
Lots of speech options. How are you all speaking to that one voice box? I was at the theater. Blah, 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 blah. Not to cut your speech off. Is there something coming in on the big monitor? Those are things you can use to skip to like the end, basically. Basically, like, what is this place? This is a good place to start.
Did it just say something? Anyone catch that? Boros, you work with animals. Translate. It's a lobotomite. Here, in the dome. Oh, as if this situation couldn't get any worse. Now we've got lobotomites. Dalla, get the spray before it excretes all over everything.
What the hell are you talking about?
Dr. Klein, if my hypothesis is correct, this lobotomite is the repository of the brain we sent the signal to. The skinvelope once containing it.
Skinvelope?
If so, it's proof that there may indeed be something beyond the crater. Just look at it. The way it blinks. It's like a big, hairless teddy bear.
I know what it is, Dollar. I want to know why it's down here. With its limbs all over everything. And are those penises I see wriggling on its feet? Disgusting.
Haha, yes they are!
I believe those are toes, Dr. Klein. Little teddy bear toes. Penises are much larger than those tiny extremities. Not that I would know.
I don't recall the human penis ever being that large.
It depends on one's own frame of reference, Dr. O. Look at its little nose with its 2 orifices for ingesting oxygen.
Noses? By the great static. These lobotomites confound me with their sheer number of useless extremities.
Now it's like, oh goodness, what are we supposed to do? I would love to just blink slowly with a blank expression. Hold up 1 finger, point itself. Point at them, hold up 5 fingers. I'll try to communicate my intelligence, despite the fact that they all seem to be speaking English and not listening to me.
Now it's holding up an array of fully erect hand penises. If it tries to insert them, activate vivisectors. Dr. Klein, wait. I don't believe those gestures were random. Random at all. It's been following our conversation. The lobotomite understands us.
I agree with Boros's histrionic findings. This little lobotomite is unusually attentive for something whose brain has been extracted.
What?
Nonsense! Lobotomites can't comprehend us!
8, have you been in the mentats again? If we slow down our oroprocessoreceptors to understand this excretion, we'll all be rendered ignorant.
All of you, power down, shut up, and let me prove once and for all how wrong you all are. As usual. Lobotomite, do you understand me? Can you speak?
What? Yeah, I don't even know where to start. Who are you all, and what is this place? Anyway, let's respond to his question. Yes, I'm guessing that weird-ass satellite. I recognize the eye.
Those were words, weren't they? in the form of questions. It's asking me questions. Is this some kind of trick? Our efforts have turned against us. In playing God, we created a monster.
What?
Perhaps as we were ruthlessly lobotomizing it with our cutters, we filled the skin envelope with awareness. A teddy bear with new stuffing.
She really likes teddy bears.
Wait. If what you're theorizing is this lobotomite understands us, can reason with us,
Then this may be just the answer we've been looking for. At last, a chance to...
A chance to what?
Dr. Klein, a transmission from the Forbidden Zone, coming right at us. It can only be...
If it isn't my old colleagues, the mighty think tank of Big Mountain. Big fools, all of you. It is I, Dr. Mobius, transmitting from my dome-shaped dome in the Forbidden Zone. A zone that is, yes, forbidden to you. Even now, my deadly robo-scorpions swarm across Big Mountain with their pincers and pointy laser tails. Soon, all science will be mine!
Best villain
Even
ever.
the technology sealed in the Big Mountain research centers cannot save you. So cower in your think tank. Wait for the end. That's all. Goodbye.
Mobius. Always the same broadcast. He's clearly mad, driven insane by his flawed and imprecise kindergarten-level research methodology.
what are we going to do? There's no way we can breach the Forbidden Zone. There's those robot scorpions everywhere.
What?
The Forbidden Zone, where no brain has ever entered, nor ever returned.
That's de facto obvious.
Except Dr. Mobius and the technologies that could save us. They are out of our reach.
And Dr. Mobius mocks us. Did you see his cracked monitor? He's clearly let himself go.
What? Ask the lobotomite for help? Abe, I think you need the fluid levels in your logic assist pumps checked.
The only person in this whole group
If
that makes any sense is the guy who can't talk.
Dr. Klein, that it is clearly intelligent, perhaps even displays heretofore unknown levels of helpfulness.
But what of its brain? We scooped that out. We don't even know where we left it.
What?
And for putting it back in, none of us have the knowledge.
Yes, but it's still aware and responsive. Look at it. It's regarding us even now, with its big teddy bear eyes.
She loves teddy
If
bears.
we ask it politely, and leave the part about the unnecessary, ruthless lobotomizing out, it might be favorably disposed to us.
You removed my brain.
We removed your brain, yes. So soft, barely wrinkled, yet so flush with knowledge and experience.
Ew.
Brain extraction technology has been standard practice at Big Mountain for an immeasurable amount of time.
Once the brain was out, then came the coils. The Tesla coils. The coils of Nikola Tesla.
What? Brainless perk. Your brain has been replaced with advanced technologies. Your head can no longer be crippled and is resistant to chem addiction and shock from bodily damage. So you have plus 5% damage threshold, a minimum of plus 1. For us, I guess a 5% increase on our 15. It's not going to be a whole lot, so it's probably plus 1 or 2. And then 25% resistance to chem addiction doesn't really mean much to me.
Yeah, Abe, no need to brag. Wherever your brain is, it's transmitting thoughts to you through the
The coils?
The Tesla coils in its head.
Cool.
This is fortunate in many respects. If your brain was anywhere in the dome, why, you could access your aggression centers.
Circumventing the pacification field. This is a no-no. We have never been in a fight. We do not want that. Reminds me of my days in American High. And Richie Marcus.
I wish I had gotten in a fight in high school. I mean, it would have been a terrible experience, but it would have been good life knowledge. Oh man, I'm not good enough at medicine to do this speech check. I hurt all over. Yeah, so, dang. This is not worth it to me. I would take Mentats and do this whole thing again, but forget it. How much surgery did you do on me? I feel like a badly put together jigsaw puzzle.
That is my responsibility. Although in truth, the autodoc had done most of the work already. Quite industrious, almost cut into all my investigations. Once it had removed the brain and I misplaced it, other organs began to cry for direction, using your nerves as telegraph wires.
Is that how it works?
Rather than let them send their signals, I removed them as well. Shh, little organs. Go to sleep in your tanks. Dala loves you.
First was the heart.
Heartless, quote-unquote, perk. The scars on your chest seem to confirm what the think tank is saying. You cannot be poisoned. Immunity to poison. Very helpful. The filters in your artificial heart blood pump will regulate bleeding and healing, allowing all healing items to function at a higher level. Robots are not confused by you and less likely to score a critical hit. So, really the bonus is immunity to poison, 25% better healing.
Oh, wait, I mean, second was the heart. Brain was first. Third was the spine.
This is a great one. Spineless perk. Due to complications, your spine is in place, your torso can no longer be crippled. Your strength and DT have both been increased. Strength plus one.
Spine.
Permanent.
Totally overrated, that arrangement of vertebrae. Look at me, with my lumbar and thoracic curvature. Never had a use for any of that.
Is that you spell
Spineless
thoracic?
is what I prefer.
I didn't know you spelled thoracic with 2 C's at the end. I wonder if it's a typo. So you took out my brain, my heart, and my spine. That much is evident. Don't ask stupid questions. What the hell do you mean you misplaced my brain?
To be correct, you should say, the autodoc took out your brain. It did all the heavy lifting. It has never worked so hard before. It was unusual. It worked so hard on your surgery, it destroyed its own memory. How odd. I bet your brain remembers what happened.
What?
That autodoc junk heap was one of Mobius's creations, like the rest of the talking scrap metal in the attic.
After that, the brain lost itself. Not in the metaphysical sense. Might have gotten flushed into one of the pipes. Actually, that's pretty likely.
If so, it was flushed all the way to Mobius. Flush! That is the sound of flushing.
Wow.
By the Fisher of Rolando, enough of this biological surgery talk. Lobotomite, listen to my voice. It denominates me to ask, but we need your help. In most probable of probabilities, our enemy, Mobius, has your brain. This is not good. He will most likely come after our brains next. We want you to stop him, somehow, with science.
Why the hell should I do anything for you?
Oh.
Yes, Dr. Klein, what?
Not you, oh, you idiot. I meant oh in the sense of, oh, I wasn't predicting it would respond that way. Can it say no?
Yeah, I'm out of here, yo.
Leaving? But you can't. I don't mean that as a threat. The radar fence that surrounds the big mountain crater will protect you from straying beyond the facility. The mighty radar fence protects us all. Get too close to the blinking posts, and the proximity warning shall be your warning. You are too close.
If you get near it, your vision will blur as the electrodes in your head shut off one by one. Click, click, click.
Possible memory loss will occur, along with long-term nerve degradation. It is tied to not having a brain attached to your nervous system.
Does sound bad.
But the nerve degradation is nothing to worry about. Such degradation would take many lifespans to become evident, and all biology dies. Such tiny inconveniences are less than the greater convenience and conveyance. You see, if rendered unconscious by the pylons, you will be returned to the sink, seemingly instantaneously by your deadened perceptions.
I don't want to hear any more about this. I can't leave?
Enough! We need your help. Will you help us?
Well, it seems I have no other choice.
Excellent. This is turning out much better than the activate the retreat protocols and cower in my room idea I had earlier.
Agreed. Oh, and I've used my robotical knowledge to, transmit the radio map waves to...
What? My Pip-Boy, I guess?
Settle down, 8. I would have gotten it in a second, all right? 8's transmitted the last known coordinates of the research centers. They, well, move sometimes. Or get buried. Or blow up.
What? Oh, big quest completed.
8 is correct. All we need are the schematics. This does not mean we do not want the cold hard technology, however. So do not give in to your biological tired laziness and decide you would sweat too much carrying them. You have a new spine. Use it. And even if you die in the act of reclamation, simply reaching them will auto-transmitify the schematics to us. That is still good. For us.
Great. This whole place sounds like a mess.
Nonsense. This place is no more dangerous than a nuclear detonation site. Our technology is no more lethal than an overcharged Tesla cannon.
Very well.
The technologies are the X2 transmitter antenna array, used to focus coherent thought at excessively high frequencies.
The psychoanalytic, cardiac dampening, sneaky stealth suit. A suit like nothing this world has ever heard, seen, or could ever see.
And whatever he's saying.
And 8's sonic soundwave emitter projectile gun, able to broadcast sound at lethal frequencies. It also gives a great biogel massage.
There. We have informed you of all we need. We estimate if you are focused, your time investment will be minimal, by our standards. If you work quickly, you will be the recipient of a gesture of gratitude from us. We do not bestow these old-world gestures lightly.
Yeah. What if I take my time and explore everything?
What illogic is this? Keep your filthy, penis-tipped feet out of our labs and secrets!
There are things here no lobotomite was meant to see. Things that would astound and possibly terrify. Terrify!
Yeah, we don't come into your lab and decant your solutions.
You stole my brain!
Only the magnificence of our monitors allow for true comprehension of the wonders of Big Mountain. Shield your jellied eyes lest they burn from your skull.
Well then. I guess I better get going.
Oh, Dr. Klein? Dr. Klein? If I may intersect for a moment.
What is it? The lobotomite is asking me things, and I'm trying to ignore them. My processors can't ignore you both at the same time.
Well, you know how we asked it to fetch the sonic emitter thing? Turns out we already have it. What are the odds?
What is this, a high school science fair? Get your act together. You're making us look like a collection of round earthers.
You're always yelling. My receptors can't take it anymore. And neither can my feelings.
I am yelling because you contaminated specimens can't keep your probes off the volume knob on my voice module.
Good lord. Please stop fighting.
It is truly the end of all intelligence when the lobotomite speaks more wisdom than you geniuses. So, if we have the sound wave, sonic projecto thing gun, then what in Heisenberg's name do we need from X8? Anyone?
I believe we need a new frequency embedded into the gun. It was designed to broadcast many sounds once charged. We just don't know the frequency.
and it is lost in X8, just as X8 is forever lost to us. The sadness of my high school days, the sadness of my youth lost.
Oh, really, Boros? All you did in high school was call me Fink Tattletale and all the kids you hated, you little teacher's pet brown hound.
Give the lobotomite the emitter. Does it have an audio effect frequency loaded?
Sounds like yes.
Oh, I don't think so. Wait.
What is he doing?
Sounds vulgar.
I think he's sonjaculating into the gun, getting it warmed up. Ding. Turkey's done.
You give it to the lobotomite. I'm not touching that thing.
Oh, I don't think so.
I'll do it if you two are going to be ashamed of your own technological needs. Let me give a little sonic sterilization first. Ooh. All right. All antibacterial fresh.
Ugh.
Here, my little teddy bear. I have thoroughly removed all Robco Termlink code spew from the device. It is clean, shiny, and ready for your hands.
Oh my goodness gracious. I could use some more energy cells for this.
Yes, I believe Watt's electronics tended to make the battery shelf life on the low end.
They certainly did. Batteries for my vivisectors would always come up short right before a climax.
I think Watts manufactured holodiscs. Or was it holotapes? Never can keep those two straight. Anyway, we're out of small energy cells. Dala? You have some? Why do we... Actually, never mind. I don't even want to know. And no, I don't want to handle your batteries. Just pass them on to the lobotomite yourself.
Thanks, I guess. So these things... Have these been sterilized?
The sonic emitter should be sterilized, and more than enough for you to encircle your warm hands around, cradling it gently with your finger muscles.
Careful where you're pointing that. That device wasn't always a weapon. It was more like a force field kind of thing. Once.
Force fields prevent us from moving forward or backward.
They are irritating.
Agreed.
The sonic emitter was specially designed to disable our own safety fields here in Big Mountain. When some of us lost our access passes, Dr. O.
That only happened once. And I know you were behind stealth fielding my lab keys, Dala. You formographer.
Dr. O, you rewind that comment.
Plenty of rewinding already going on in your formography tapes. Surprised the things don't snap out of their cases with repeated observations.
Okay, what? So I can disable force fields.
Yes. Maybe. Well, no, not currently.
Yeah, we lost that part of the schematics. Or Boros did. In one of his stupid labs. Or inside one of his stupid pets.
It is lost. All questions lead to this conclusion. The blue fields within Big Mountain shall be fielded with force. Forever.
Okay, I really need to get out of here.
Fine, so, yes. Get these things for us. Do not attempt to comprehend their complicated schematics. That is for us to do.
Yeah, I'm gonna go see, let's go see how much damage I can do.
Well, good. What are the token words spoken in this case? Thank you? Yes. Thank you.
Wait, is it leaving? But, Dr. Klein, the lobotomite will need rest, recuperation, things like that. I volunteer my chambers, so it might be stared at. My monitor radar slowly scanning its form to collect sensitive data.
No! That would put it too close to us. It could press buttons, turn lights on and off, and worse, let other lobotomites in.
We could give it Mobius's old room. That's where its brain got scooped out anyway. And plus, some of its parts are already there.
What?
Might be more comforting for it to hang out with its spine and heart. Home is where the heart is, after all. See what I did there? Wet literal.
I suppose. We'll have to move that couch out of there. Been putting that off too long.
H says, let the lobotomite take the Sync Central Intelligence personality chip and reinstall it. That stuffy Mobius program Butler can walk the lobotomite, feed it, barter with it for us.
It would also prevent it from going to Higgs Village and taking up residence there. With my teddy bears.
Teddy bears.
And it would be nice to have it so close.
Your logic, combined with my desire to keep the think tank lobotomite free, has swayed me. Here, I present the Sync Central Intelligence. Lobotomite, take this chip to the sink, plug it in, and make sure the chip is clean, or it could skip. Then make whatever crude biologic demands you need of the sink. It will cater to most of your hormonal whims.
The chip looks like it was mass-produced. Are there more?
Are there other chips?
Are you echoing what he said, or are you asking for real?
He's asking, yes. Dr. Klein, there are many other personalities. If you recall, you hurled them off the sink balcony after your argument with Mobius.
Ah, good times.
It is not an argument if one is clearly right and the other is clearly wrong. I remember now. Yes, lobotomite. There are other chips. If you want, find them. I believe they're stored on holotapes in many of our facilities. But you should stay out of those. No exploring and discovering things. The Sync Central Intelligence should be enough for your needs.
Needs. Okay, I'm going to, I just plug this upstairs.
Yes, you may need to wiggle it in a bit, but don't force it. We can't recode them if you break it. There is no more we can do to aid you, and our patience levels are depleted.
Jeez,
now go. Rest in the sink if you must, but leave us to our research.
If you're done, can we move again? My biogel's starting to crampagulate.
Of course! Go man your science stations! Go! I am surrounded by children.
Good lord. That was the longest conversation. That was just ludicrous. Alright, science is going up to 90, because we're going to do all kinds of sciencey things in this expansion, and I'm just going to put the other 2 points here into energy weapons. Yes, yes. Let me check and see. There was a perk we needed to have 7th strength for. What was it? Oh, wasn't it, yeah, Unstoppable Force. You do large amounts of additional damage to enemy blocks and all melee attacks. It looks like even having the Spineless perk is not enough to take this perk. That stinks, because the Spineless gives us a +1 to our strength. That's unfortunate. Oh well, it's not going to be good enough. So we're going to take some other perks instead. We're actually going to try and move our damage output into energy weapons. And so, to help us out with that, I'm going to take one of the early perks for using rifles. Commando. Oh, good lord, what a conversation. That was long as hell. That took forever, dude. Alright, so, jeez, that took seriously way too long. Okay, but there are actually some more things to talk to in here. So I'm going to continue having conversations here. Don't feel like you have to watch this part, but there's more to do here. So I want to get it all out of the way so I can actually go explore this freaking place. And at the end of the video, I'm going to plug this sink in.
Stop hovering. I mean, if you want.
So this is Dr. O. He's the really timid one. I don't know why I picture him as being like a small Jewish fellow.
Breaking news! Talking lobotomite arrives in think tank. Its purpose, unknown. Undefinable. Its presence here, impossible.
I think you mean impossible.
Oh, really? Now the lobotomite is a master of the dictionary arts. What, do you have a doctorate in verbology? No? I do. And stop the presses. Just in from my eye monitors. Is that Robco-Tech on your arm? It is. What's your agenda bringing that in here?
What, my Pip-Boy? Oh, good lord, my actual response was in the dialogue.
How dare you bring Robco-Tech in here? What, are you showing off? How great Robert House and his big company are?
Ooh, we can make Securitrons better than any robot those geniuses at Big Mountain can make, and they'll last 1,000 years.
They have lots of 200 years.
You're lucky I don't have hands to tear that dip boy off your arm, or feet to stomp on its stupid metal guts. Ugh. Damn Robco.
I'm sensing some jealousy.
Fine. Ask.
Oh, goodness gracious. Look at this barter. Do you have another name?
Yeah, I do. It wasn't always O. I just took that one by default because sometimes it's easier to accept the mistake as long as the purpose works. I don't want to get into it. It's a sore topic with me. Makes my gel ripple.
I don't know what that means. But I can't talk to you more about it because my speed isn't high enough.
Until our next scheduled audio transmission and reception, then.
Well then. See if you can resolve O's problem with his name. We're gonna need some help for that. Do I have any mentats? Yes. Pop some mentats. And then speech book. That ought to do it.
Predictable. The lobotomite specimen returns.
Okay, we'll give it a name. Blah blah blah. Are you sure? I'm a good listener. I have ears.
Great. Psychology. Clearly the worst of the sciences, right after colostodiuretics. Okay, so my name is an O. Never was. It was circular, a single character, digit, but not O. But even with enhanced sensors, no one here could get it right. Always kept seeing the letter, not the number.
I mean, so your name is Dr. Zero.
Yes, thank you. Zero. I am zero. How hard is that? A narrow, thin zero.
Yeah, I guess it doesn't look really like round like an O, but I think that's how the O's actually look in this font, so... That's not much better, though. Well, actually, that is a better name. So you want me to call you Zero?
Zero's my name. I'm proud of it, all right? It doesn't get the recognition it deserves. Truth be told, my emotional attachment to it doesn't even register compared to just having people recognize the difference. It's just that they're both sort of round and hollow, so when they monitor scan them, they assume that, oh, it's O. Vivisect me, please.
They do look the same. You know, you could just put that line through it that some people will do. Actually, look at that. They are slightly different. If you want to differentiate the Zero and O, so his name actually has an O in it up here. That's funny. Just put the slash through the Zero. I've seen math folks do that.
What?
Yeah, just put a slash through it.
Did I shoot myself with a brainial beam or something? That's brilliant. I mean, I would have come to the same conclusion. Eventually. Oh, who am I deceiving? I never would have figured that out. I can't figure anything out. I'm useless.
Well, your name is Zero. Ha ha ha! I have no idea how any of you incompetents survived this long.
We're smart. Smarter than we give ourselves credit for. I was smart enough to talk to you, give you a chance, and now look what happened. I like your solution. With that kind of slash in the middle, I can set myself apart. If I wanted to. They make a zero in all the think tank. They won't be able to escape it. That diagonal slash right down the middle. Thanks. Talking to you, it really helped unclog some frustration. Talking. What a primitive form of thought kicking.
Good lord. Do you have any amazing discoveries to share?
You know, hearing my name said like that.
It really de-reses my screens.
As for discoveries, well, of course. Look at us. Just, built it. Amazing, isn't it?
2 scrap electronics. 2 scrap metals. This looks like junk.
It's a discovery. Kilomiles beyond your understanding that... You know what? I'm not even gonna pretend. I broke one of the monitors, and those innards start falling out everywhere. If you could just hold on to that for me until, well, forever, that would be welcome.
Right. That's enough of you.
Until our next scheduled audio transmission and reception, then.
Goodness. These people. They're not even people. I don't want this crap. Who's next? Dr. Dala, the creepy
I love to hear you breathe.
teddy bear fetishist.
You are an unusual specimen to so boldly walk into the mighty expanse of the think tank, fearless and proud as a teddy bear. Between the extraction of their higher reasoning abilities and urination-inducing fear, most lobotomites dare not approach us, let alone speak to us. Yet you have no such fear. Facing me, epidermis fleshed with blood, plasma running molten beneath, your face contorting with muscular expression. Will you indulge me? Say a few words. Face towards the monitors, please, so that I might record it for further examination.
The rain in Spain. Wait. The quick scribe jumped over the lazy paladin. That must be a post-war representation of the quick fox jumped over the lazy dog.
Yes, go on. Seeing your lips and mouth forming words, both revolting and somehow... How does it feel to have the flesh roll around in your mouth like that? To control each muscle and the tongue, like having a fish or extremely dexterous slug lolling and flopping in one's malval cavity.
I am now remarkably aware of my tongue. Lady killer. It seems to me you have more biological needs than your counterparts here.
What? Nonsense.
I love all the options here. Close eyelids, breathe deeply, then stretch languidly.
What? What are you doing?
Turn and cough roughly, then slowly scratch nose.
Stop it. Why? Why are you making me partake in this filthy formography?
Run your hands along the sides of your face, then exhale rapidly. I should make a vlog of me doing these.
Enough. I am already intrigued. You have sufficiently percolated me. I don't know what it is about the biology of lobotomites. It infects my thoughts. All that skin and muscle and tissue.
Yeah, why don't you just give in? There ain't nothing wrong with looking at this body.
Perhaps there is value in what you say. I did so enjoy breathing once, long ago.
I could come back by and just breathe if you want.
Would you? I feel so ashamed, but yet so intrigued. You'll need to give me a rest in between visits, or else my jaw might run over. If you're ready, let me radar scan you. Slowly. Woo. Woo. Purple, woo. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Purple. Ba-ba, bloop. Ba-ba, bloop. Ba-ba, bloop. Whew. Last little bit there. Thank you, lobotomite. Please, you must come back for further study when I've had a rest. I'm a little sensitive right now.
I feel like the voice actress must have had a hell of a time recording that bit. Yeah, I don't care anything. I don't care to know anything else.
Until our next interaction, my intriguing little lobotomite.
Checking on what quests I have here. We've been picking them up and shooting them down pretty quickly. Let me see. Yes, we actually completed that one. Alright, so we helped... This is actually going to become valuable later. We helped Dr. Zero get his name back, although he stole his writing.
I don't understand how you can stand those leg things.
Dala is now remarkably fascinated with our biologicalness, and that seems to have made her happy. I don't know. Dr. 8! Oh, yeah, it's this guy. What was that again? Could you repeat that, please? You're like Bumblebee from the Transformers movies, except you don't play songs, you just make random fucking noises. I have no idea what you're saying right now. I'm just gonna keep asking questions. So who are you exactly? Dr. 8, right? Oh, I saw an 8 in there. Good to meet you, double circle and a dash. Oh, that would be an 8. Nice. Of course. What can you tell me about the Big Empty? Fascinating. Oh, anyway, no need to get indignant. Apparently he's mad at me. Would you rather I called it the Big Shithole? Oh, I pronounced it wrong. I said Big Empty instead of Big Mountain. My bad, my bad. Yeah. What can you tell me about these technologies Klein wants? Ah, I see. Why are you mad? Yeah, I think I heard sparking up there. Do you know anything about Dr. Mobius? Alright. You get mad about everything, man. Oh, here we go. Wait! After listening for a bit... You're emitting characters in patterns of 8, bracketed with tone adjustment at the end. Okay, fine. And it's also Robco Term Link Protocol! You're just... I've hacked enough Robco terminals to know. That's actually a good explanation. Nice pun on the header file reference. Let's see. No, I understand. It's hard to learn a new language. Let's see. If that's the Robco Termlink protocol, doesn't it mean it can be hacked? Ruh-roh. It'll only take a second to violate your rights. Don't worry, I'm not going to take advantage of your exposed pointers. I'm sure he appreciates that, yeah? Yeah, I know what it's like to be experimented on. Quit your grinning, you idiot. Wait, so what the hell did you do to my sonic gun earlier? It seemed pretty vulgar. Indeed. Let's see. Nothing to get embarrassed about. You know, it's good to... Oh, God. Usually I can just find some cram lying around. Put some duct tape around the lid, good to go. He actually seems indignantly horrified by that. He gave us duct tape, cram, and a magazine with a woman on the front. Well, now that we know each other better, can you tell me about the sonic emitter? These robot brains, man, I don't even... Ah, yes, eagle noise, I understand. I already got that part, though. Yeah. Anyway, Higgs Village? Okay, point that out to me. Thank you. Your house is there. Wait, you want me to rob it? There's an emitter code in your house in Higgs. Oh, 2 codes. One for the jukebox and one for the opera. Nice. I may have already picked up both. I grab almost anything that's not nailed down. That's funny. Okay. I'll keep an eye out. Yeah, well, I'm going to walk away awkwardly. Oh, he seems sad. Probably lonely, no one talking to him. Dr. Boros!
For hello? Oh, I'll give you a hello. A hello unsurpassed in all creation. The lobotomite animal before me. What other terrifying terrors will plague us in our quest for knowledge? Communists?
What?
Communist animals, perhaps? Be warned. Attempt to propaganda me. I will shriek as a frightened babe, calling loyal cyber dogs to my aid. Do you comprehend, commie animal?
Oh, I love cyber dogs. Why are you always so dramatic? Calm down.
Just as I feared. Questions, quizzes, just as there were in American high school. And if there are no answers, how will the think tank graduate?
Oh my goodness gracious. What exactly do you do around here?
Before you is the brain of Dr. Boros, head of animology, beastology, and DNA scrambling technology here at Big Mountain. I lay the bones and hearts of animals bare beneath my searing gaze, especially the dogs. I did so love dogs once. Especially Gabe, that rascal. But there are many animals to shape. Industrious cazadors, the happy-go-lucky night stalkers. They are my living, breathing DNA test tubes.
You heard right. He invented, nay, spawned, cazadors and night stalkers.
Indeed. Docile, curious, safe, sterile. They are contained here at Big Mountain to preserve DNA and for observation.
Well then. Wait a minute, whoa. I've seen those things all over the place. They are not contained.
No, such creatures are found only here, for research purposes. They would no more be capable of escape than breeding.
Let me guess. They were all designed with a lysine deficiency, right? Yeah. Life will find a way.
I cannot expect a lobotomite to understand the careful surgical castrating procedures used in their creation. Perhaps a demonstration of my castrating power would settle your doubts.
No thanks, I've had enough body parts removed for today. Oh, go ahead, you might make me more fertile or impregnate me. That's a weird line for a male character. What makes you think they haven't escaped?
Because Big Mountain safety measures are far more sophisticated than their primitive animal instincts. We are their lords and masters.
I'm your lord and master. You all are bastards. I've had enough.
Until next time, then. Provided there is a next time. For any of us.
Oh, good lord. I'm not going to bother talking to Klein because he doesn't have diddly shit to say to us right now, and I honestly couldn't stand another sentence of any of those brains in jars. Let's go back upstairs and throw the sync holotape thing in here.
Salutations and felicitations, sir, and a most jocund welcome to the sync.
Oh, of course the butler's British.
I am your electronic valet and household central processor. May I be of service, sir?
Is it actually pronounced valet? Are you some kind of artificial intelligence?
Regrettably not, sir. All modules in this habitat are synthetic personalities atop a mundane operating system. There is no intelligence here, sir.
Yeah, well, there ain't any intelligence downstairs either, I can tell you that. There's other personality modules?
Indeed, sir. Though if Sir's aim is to activate them, I lament to inform Sir that most have been offline for some years. If Sir were to ask my opinion, I should venture that Sir is better off without them. However, if Sir is determined to inflict upon Sir's self their dubious services, Sir might locate backup personality disks elsewhere in the facility.
Why don't you use second person... Anyway, he keeps saying Sir instead of you. Yeah, so I can access their functions without the personalities?
Tragically, the core operating systems are also located on the personality tapes, Sir.
Of course.
Once the tape is installed, Sir may request I switch their dialectic interfaces off, and I shall oblige with great delectation.
Well done.
However, Sir will still be required to locate and install a backup holotape to access their functionality.
Very well. Why are there so many? I don't know how many there are, but why are there so many?
As I am given to understand, Sir, this facility was once the property of a Dr. Mobius.
Yes, I'm familiar with him.
He crafted the personality modules as part of a collection of experiments on the subject of machine-human interface. As to the reason for the unusual choices of devices to receive the modules, I cannot say.
Yes, there's a talking toaster, so...
Indubitably, Sir.
What services do you provide?
In addition to managing the personality matrices of the other household utilities, I can provide Sir with direct access to the commissary. Any goods Sir might require may be purchased through my shopkeep interface, whence tiny robots shall deliver them forthwith to this very domicile.
Oh, it's that Amazon drone thing. Yeah, I've heard about that. And he does stuff for us. Cool. That's it. Thank you very much.
Indubitably, Sir.
The SCIU. Sounds like a like an acronym that would be in front of like an NCI or Law and Order. It'd be like Law and Order SCIU. You know. Well, I'm gonna go now.
Very good, Sir.
You have a nice day, SCIU. So here in the sink, there's a whole bunch of different personalities, and well, we'll meet them as they become active. For now, I've had more than enough talking. This is all gonna be one giant video. You guys are gonna—I can tell how this is gonna go in the comments. Y'all are gonna be excited when you see that the video is an hour long, and then you're gonna realize it's an hour of talking to those fucking jarheads downstairs. And I mean jarheads as in literal jarheads with jars. And then it'll be like, no.
You will not escape the eyes of my robo-scorpions or their pincers.
Yeah, you're not getting me up here, dude. So without further ado, thanks for watching. In the next episode, we're actually going to get down to business and start exploring the Big Empty, which I promise there will not be very much dialogue from here on out. It's going to be a lot of combat, exploration, and all kinds of shenanigans. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time on Let's Play Fallout New Vegas: Old World Blues.